Hey guys! Today I'm going to be taking you through some alterations on a typical Surya Namaskar flow for people who struggle with wrist issues. So, as many of you might know, for the last year, I've been struggling with tendinosis through my wrist, and I've been unable to load my wrist with weight when my hand is in a flexed position. So anytime we're trying to do a plank or a basic tabletop position on the ground. And let me tell you, that really can make yoga a difficult journey when you can't load your wrist in that flexed position. So thankfully, I've learned a lot on how to start to heal issues like that. But I've also learned how to modify the flows and modify our positions so that even if you're not able to load your wrist with weight in a flexed position, you too can move through Surya Namaskar and a lot of these flows with grace and with ease. So that's what we're going to be learning today. Hey guys, we're going to go through step by step a modified version of a traditional Surya Namaskar, and we're going to do it on both sides of the body. So right leg leading first and then left leg leading. This is going to be a slower flow, and we'll have a separate video that'll take it through a little bit quicker and with breath pace. Coming to the front of your mat. Body nice and straight and tall, feet fairly close together, a few inches apart for support. Head, neck, and spine in a beautiful straight line. Shoulders are open and relaxed downward. Hands hang naturally at the side of the body. And take a moment here to find your place of stability and ease. Rooting down through the feet and taking a moment to notice that the weight distribution is equal on all four sides of the feet. And what that means is it's equal on the top near the toes versus the back near the heels, and on the insides of the feet versus the outside. Oftentimes we tend to predominate our weight towards one or two of those directions instead of all four. So take a moment to really check in and reset the feet and grip the floor with equal weight distribution across your entire foot. And bringing the hands to heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Relax here and breathe. On our next inhale, we're going to slowly raise the arms overhead, slight bend backwards, looking up. Exhale, pushing the sitting bones back, keeping the back really nice and straight. We're bending forward at the waist, bringing our head to our knees and our hands to the ground. And here I'm really going to encourage you to either use your fists or keep your hands in a really cone shape, depending on what feels best for your wrist. Because on the next inhale, we're going to step back with our right foot and come into a low lunge with the left leg leading. Now we're going to move back into a down dog. So from this position, maybe you can come onto your hands a bit, but if not, we want to really use the fists of our hands, curling that right toe under and pushing back to bring the left foot back. And then perhaps you can come onto your hands because the wrist is not going to be fully flexed here. You may be able to bear the weight. If not, I encourage you to continue using your fists as an alternative here. Walk through the legs a little bit. As we inhale, we'll pivot forward into a high plank. This is where those wrists really come in handy. Exhale, bend the knees, tilt the pelvis, bringing the chest and chin down, keeping that pelvis lifted. It should never touch the ground. Inhale, pressing up into our cobra. Exhale, curling the toes under, pressing up back into our down dog. Next inhale, we bring the right leg forward this time. The left leg drops down, lifting up into our high lunge, our low lunge. Exhale, planting the fists on the ground, curling the toes of the left foot under. We're going to bring that left foot back to the top of the mat, bending forward at the waist, letting the head hang. Inhale, bend the knees gently, raising the upper body back up. Slight bend backward, arms are overhead. Exhale the arms down around the body and back to heart center. We're now going to go through it with the left side leading. So we started by bringing the right foot back the first time. I like to do equal repetitions of all of my Surya Namaskar flows. So if I do it with one side of the body leading, I'm going to do at least one more repetition with the opposite side of the body leading. We're going to lead with the left leg this time. Again, finding our place of stability and ease. Hands at heart center. Inhale the arms overhead, slight bend backwards. Exhale, bending forward at the waist, pushing those sitting bones back, keeping the spine nice and straight. Bringing the head to the knees. Using your fists to bring the left leg back this time. Low lunge with the right leg forward. Exhale, planting those fists one more time. Press back into our down dog. Inhale, rolling forward into a high plank. Exhale, we bend the knees and drop them. Tilt the pelvis. Lower the chest and chin to the ground. Keeping that pelvis lifted the whole time. Inhale, lifting up into our cobra. Exhale, curling the toes under. Back into our down dog. Next inhale, we bring the left foot forward this time. Right leg goes back into our low lunge. Exhale, planting those fists one more time. Bringing that right leg forward. Inhale, bending at the knees. Raising, slight bend backwards. Exhale the arms around the body, hands back to heart center.